Man, Frogger, we're playing all night. Sixes in the background, neon in the air. 80s vibes, man, we didn't care. VHS tapes staying up too late. Saturday cartoons, can't wait to escape. Dial-ups humming, we're hacking the code. Back when everything was in upload mode. Atari, Commodore, pixels on screen. Living in the future was more than a dream. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school. MTV playing our favorite jams, moonwalking with MJ, neon slam. Ghostbusters gear, we're ready to go. Chasing slasher scenes, fears in tow. Back to the future, hop in the DeLorean. Knight Rider cruising, man, there's no ignoring them. Battlestar Galactica, what a ride. Looney Tunes, antics, pure joy inside. Blockbusters ruled, we lined up for days. Video games booted up in the pixelated maze. Movie marathons and popcorn nights, we ruled the screen, living in the lights. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school. Grab your joystick, the game's about to start. A high score world, now that's an art. We're cruising on hoverboards, living our dream. Old school forever, we're igniting the scene. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school.
Today's episode is brought to you by PTZ Optics. Disability Upgrade. New Wave Toys and their Replicate Amusements products. GG Retrobox. Get 3 to 5 games from your favorite series, consoles, and game genres delivered to your doorstep every month with GG Retrobox, the ultimate retro gaming subscription box for video game enthusiasts. Use code GRS15 at checkout to get 15% off your first box. And
Boom shakalaka! Hey everybody, it's Tim Kitcher here, the voice of some of your favorite video games like NBA Jam and NFL Blitz. And I'm here to talk to you about Old School Gamer Magazine. It's the magazine for retro gaming, and it's exploding. Kaboom! Print issues come out every other month, and if you want to go green, digital options are available. Visit oldschoolgamer.com and subscribe now. That's oldschoolgamer.com. Boom shakalaka! Kaboom!
All right. Oh, there we go. Everything's coming up. Hopefully everything's working for a change. Happy Friday. Welcome to Kicking It Old School, everyone. I thought I was doing a short show this evening, 30 minutes. I'm going to be on Papa Brad's, but he told me 8:30, but I just checked on his channel and it's 9:30. So we can do a full show, which is good. It's not a lot to talk about. And, well, I don't have to rush. So I hope you guys had a better week than me. Seems like I say that every week now. It's just very, very, very busy at work. But up since 3 o'clock in the morning this morning. Just woke up, and it's one of those times you wake up and you're just like, oh, must be time to get up. You look at the clock; it says 3 a.m. Like, oh, okay. You try and go back to sleep, and you can't. You're just awake. You try, you turn over, you do everything you can do, and it's that typical thing where your alarm is about to go off, and then you start dozing off, and now you got to get up. So it's been one of those days. So let's go through the chat here again. Welcome everyone to Kicking Old School on Fridays. I'm drinking my blue juice and load of blue. Blue has to go to the vet tomorrow. Normal checkup, but he is 12 years old, so he's 84-ish in dog years. So Blue's been around a very long time, and he's good, but he's 12, so he's a senior citizen dog, and I got to have him checked, and um, hopefully they'll tell me everything's okay. He's got some things I've been noticing on him, but hey, same thing's happening to me already, and I'm only 56, so. So let's go here and let's go through the chat and say welcome to everyone here we got. And of course, I'll butcher all your names because what would be Kicking Old School if it was an audio problem, video problem, or butchering your names out there. But let's get started. So of course, we have JJ here. Welcome, JJ, to Kicking Old School on Friday. Always here. I'm just going to say it anyway. Welcome. Jason, our resident AI and our moderator of every pretty much YouTube channel on the net. I don't know where the guy gets the time. We have Scott B. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday too, Scott. Appreciate it, buddy. Jason S is here with Happy FU, and that's right. We're going to be talking quite a bit about FU today. I have some news I want to bring up. A couple of things to show. You probably saw some already on the. If you guys joined before in the intro, I was showing something there already. Let's see. We have J Rod here, of course. Got to have J Rod. Welcome. Stephen M, also known as Cal L64. Hello, everyone. Of course, we got our good Gregory here. Happy Friday, and thank God it's Friday. And of course, you wrote F you all. Exactly right, man. F you to you and all your friends here in 2025. This is going to be the year of the home multicade, where you actually get a quality item, where you get your money's worth, actually more than your money's worth. And you guys are going to love it. I'm telling you. I'm finally satisfied on my side of it. I'm excited. I am really excited. Who else we got in here tonight? Scott B. More time to talk about Battlezone deck. Yeah, that's one of the things we are going to talk about. We're going to talk about all the decks and decks to be coming in the future for sure. Molar is here as well. Hello, everyone, and FU to as well, Molar. Appreciate you coming here, buddy. Carlo has always been here. Appreciate Carlo every time you come in. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Who else we got here tonight? Going down. Goofy Foot. Where would Friday night and Kicking Old School be without Goofy Foot? This guy has been here also since the beginning. Appreciate you, Goofy Foot. Appreciate you much. And of course, my favorite lines of all time, end of line from Tron. End of line is here. Time to kick it old school. Damn right it is. Mitchell B is here. Finally get your name right at least. Hello, everyone. We have B. Kirby, the Chicago game guy. What's up, fellas? Eric Tharp is here. Hello, everyone. Saved by Zero as well. Also, great to see you here. Happy Friday and FU to everyone. I tell you, FU is like, it's going to be a good thing when you tell someone to go FU. Go home, play some FU. Damn straight. Torg is here as well. Evening. We got Kevin Clausen here. This is more like a movie theater. Long time. Well, you know what? This was actually the shortest intro I did because I thought I only had 30 minutes. So I cut off like 6 minutes of my intro. And I know it's kind of my thing. I kind of do it now because I've been known since my YouTube channel started like over 12 years ago of having these incredibly long intros and extras. So just kind of like my thing at this point. Like the Angry Video Game Nerd has his thing, and that's my thing. Just long intros. But today was a short one, so congrats everyone. Christian Slayer's here. What's up? What's up? Rotundo, which I'll never get right to this day. I know the right way to say it here all the time, but I always say it wrong. When I say Rotundo, I know it's wrong. But happy Friday, people, and I appreciate you not being mad at me. I really do. We have Mike, my Hawk Hurts. Glenn, something is different about your show tonight. All the sounds is perfect. Yeah, it's weird. I think it's an FU type of night. We really want to get into the depth of FU because the Kickstarter is coming very soon. We got Brooklyn Menace here, man. Great guy, Brooklyn Menace. I'm telling you, he's a great guy. If you guys have not, why not? We've talked about it before. Go to his channel, subscribe. He's got a great channel on there. He's just a great guy all around. We have PB and J here as well. I know it's really Friday. I want to hear something That opening tune. That's right, man. Kicking Old School. Great song by my ex-co-host. Well, he's still around. He'll be a co-host. He comes around once in a while. Did a great job with that AI song. Been phenomenal. And Mikey Ewan is here, my friend. One of these days we're gonna meet in Jersey, my friend. We got to meet down there. I'll be making a. I think I'm planning a trip down this summer. So let's try and hook up. Well, not hook up like that way, but meet up. Just saying, I don't go that way. And of course, yes, we got Blue for Blue tonight for his vet visit. He knows it's coming. He's not dumb. Who else we got here tonight? JR, welcome. Hey, everyone. Hollywood Polo, again, always here. Always great seeing Hollywood Polo. Glenn's Retro Show, your thoughts on Merlin's Arcade Pinball Machine? You know what? I haven't looked too much into that. I've been really, the day job's been really busy. I have a lot of projects going on with a lot of companies, not just my company, like New Wave Toys and American Gear Company and so many other companies, X Arcade. I'm working with them, and I'm working on the FU, plus other projects that we've been working on behind the scenes. It's been so busy. Haven't actually seen it, so I can't really comment on it. I'm sorry. Forgive me. We got here Trump or Die is here as well. Hey, bud. Come on. Butcher my name as usual. Trump or Die. Or I'll die. Oh, God. Look at this one. Here we go. The Real Zim. I think I got that right. Sup, guys? From The Real Zim. Who else here? Hogan Zeros. I remember Hogan's Heroes was a great show. Hogan Zeros. Welcome. From Canada. You know, we're going to make peace with Canada. I want to make peace with Canada. I want to make peace with everyone. I want everyone to tell your governments to go F you. You need to have an FU. You can't pay these tariffs. Tell your congressman, tell your local whatever to go F you. Help everyone out. What else we got going down here? Who else? I think we got pretty much everyone. Oh, we have Martin. Martin Lear is here. I am well. I'm tired. But what else is new? Nothing else is new with that. Appreciate it. John Jay's here as well. Awesome. Robot Ron is here. Excited for FU. Yeah, we were talking quite a bit about FU today. A couple things as well, but definitely going to touch on the FU. There's some things I want to talk about for sure. Martin Lear is doing an estimated delivery date for the October. It's October. We're just so swamped with all the projects, and I apologize for that. If we get out sooner, I would definitely push for it. But I would say October is a good time frame for the KVM switcher and the Ultimate Control Panel if you guys ordered during the second run. Dan Z is here. What's up? Virtual Robots Revolt. I almost messed that one up. Yo, welcome. We have Darren Kane here. Where am I? I'm not in New York City. I'm a little bit north. I used to live in Westchester and Yorktown Heights, and that was about 30 miles from New York City. Now I'm more like 60 miles from New York City. Still not bad. I can get there on a train in about an hour and 15 minutes. I could drive there in a little over an hour. I'm near Poughkeepsie, New York. So I'm in Dutchess County at this point, but not far from New York City. Not at all. Wow, we have Thumper Squid. All right. FU wonderful gamers. Hell yeah. Gamer Fridge. And Gamer Fridge, I saw you in Steps Gaming. And I have to tell everyone, absolutely, if you have the II Arcade and you have the Ultimate Control Panel with the Viper KVM, you have a baby FU. It's a little bit smaller, obviously, but it's basically close to the FU. Now, the FU is taking place of that because the iArcade is no longer being made. You can't get that quality machine anymore. So that's where the FU is coming to fill that gap. So I don't hold anything against people who have the iArcade with those two parts because basically you have a baby version of the FU. So absolutely great that you have that. Detroit Love is here. All right, Detroit Love. Hey, Glenn, I'm supposed to be taking a nap. Thanks. Well, I can't take naps. If I take a nap, actually, I just can't take naps. My mind's always going too far. I can't wait. And Virtual Robot's right, man. 51st state. Fucking A for Canada. Let's do it. Who else we got here? I think Will is here. Boom, boom. Just a slight FU. I appreciate that. Meeple Saucy. All right. Good evening, all. All right. We're finally caught up in the chat. So a couple things we want to talk about here. Where to start? First thing I want to say, we're going to talk about FU tonight and the control decks. But this was, surprising. I've been doing retro controllers really since 2018. Now, I've been doing my own projects, building Raspberry Pi units. I made a little video down in the lower right-hand corner there. You can see all the machines I built. I built a Raspberry Pi Zero in a tiny Super Impulse and a lot of things like that, the basic fun units. But real hardware, really getting started with the spinners and everything started in 2018. But my channel is much older than that. I'm on the YouTube for about 12 years now. So it's kind of funny. I have 12,000 subs, 12 years. I got 1,000 per year, which I'm very grateful for. So I thank you all for that. But I met a lot of people. I've met a lot of people. I've talked about this before. You never know. You never think you're going to be in a position I'm in right now where I'm very humbled by you guys in the chat. You're a great bunch of people, but also just meeting people in the industry, meeting fans of that I've been of arcade machines, being in video games. I'm in a couple of games like a WrestleMania and starring in God, I can't think. I can't even think right now. I'm tired. Um, Heavy Metal Titans, and I'm in a couple other games here and there, loading speech and stuff like that. But it's just amazing the things you meet. But this is kind of cool. So back in 2018, it was at games, an arcade one up just coming on the scenes, and David McIntosh was originally with Chiscom, which was working with Arcade One Up, and then he had gone to at games, and he went back to Arcade One Up. He's been all around, but he's a really good guy. He's a marketing guy, and he sent me a text the other day, which I posted a couple of things here. I just think that this was really nice of him because he is a I think a very straightforward guy. He just got married this year. We talk once in a while. He's married, and he writes to me, Glenn, wishing nothing but success on your venture into arcade machines world. You truly always had the community in mind, and I think that's the foundation for something great, David McIntosh. And David hit it right on the head. I am not a large company. I never was a large company. I'm not in this for the money. I am a gamer since 1972 with the original Magnavox Odyssey unit. That's the first machine I ever got my hands on, first thing I ever played. And I believe wholeheartedly in gaming, retro gaming, the community, the retro gaming community. I make all these Facebook groups, all these different mediums to try and bring people together. And that's my driving goal with all the things. Sorry, my eyes killing me tonight. I think allergies. My driving goal with um, my channel, all my Facebook groups that I have out there, all the companies I work with, and my products, especially the combination of everything we're doing all these years, is the FU. And David pretty much summed it up right here. That's my thing. I've always had the community coming first. I'm very passionate about keeping the price as low as possible, but without sacrificing the quality. The quality of the item has to be arcade quality or better, but at an affordable price. And to get that message from David meant a lot to me. And David, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Um, it means a lot to me. So I just wanted to put that out there and thank him for that post. That means a lot to me. Now, if you guys know, I am a big advocate for Old School Gamer. They're one of my sponsors here. And if you have the latest version of this month, it's March, of the Old School Gamer magazine, you can see we have our ad in here for our Kickstarter is launching soon because our Kickstarter is launching soon for the Build-A-Cade FU 19-inch. We'll be talking about tonight, 26-inch, and everything else. So if you do have if you're not a subscriber, if you go to the website, there is a free version of it. It's limited. This is, I think, page 52, so it might be actually in that. Is on page 52 and the last page in the Old School Game magazine. But big thank you to Old School Game magazine for keeping retro gaming alive and having people in the community write articles and stuff along those lines. I think that's really great. And again, the Kickstarter is coming. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. Another thing I wanted to kind of bring up is bring this up over here. We are doing a sale right now. So I bring this up right here. So we have right now the GRS Ikari Wars Super Joystick. It's never been cheaper. Never been cheaper. Right now you can get it for 40% off. That's right, a 40% off on the GRS best and only in the world rotary joystick made. But again, you can use it for more than rotary games. You can play Street Fighter. You can play Mortal Kombat. It's a rotary stick, but it's also an excellent regular joystick. It has a built-in encoder. We have 6 buttons in there. You can add up to 12 buttons. It has different modes like keyboard, mouse, hat. Um, you can put different tops on for 16-way, 12-way, 8-way, and free spinning. Use it as a spinner. Plus, it's a push and pull spinner. And the box can be the case for it. Now, of course, you can get in a regular case for like 99 Lives Arcade. But if you download the SNK 40th Anniversary Edition, it was free for a while on Amazon Prime. I'm not sure if it still is. It's also on Steam. You put it in the purple mode, bam, you're all set to go. You could play all the games on that. And then you want to play some Tempest or Arkanoid, you could do that too. You want to play Forgotten Worlds, you could do that too. Street Fighter. So it's an all-around great joystick and an absolutely unbeatable price at 40% off. It's like around $43 versus $79. I mean, typical. That's me. That's me being insane. I need to get my little blue milk here before I start coughing like Michael B was the other night. Zybots, hell yeah. Zybots plays excellent with this joystick in the 12 position mode. So one hell of a hell yeah. Zybots, Atari Zybots, hell yes. All right, so I think I hit over the majority of the outside things that we're not concentrating on the FU. So let's go over here. I'm going to pull up one of my monitor screens over here, and I'm going to show you. We this is a little bit older. I can't show you the latest and latest. That's what we're saving up for the Kickstarter. But I want you guys to at least see a little bit of what's been going on behind the scenes. So I'm going to pull this up over here, and this is what I call version 2. Now you guys obviously already saw the version 1, where it was mostly okay, but there were some issues. The marquee was way too out of proportion. It wasn't right, and a couple small things we wanted to make adjustments to. So this looks very dirty because this was literally just when this is a few weeks old, but this was just built, so it still got all the dust at this is literally at the manufacturing plant. So this was the second prototype, so 2.0 prototype. So it's a little bit dirty, but that's okay. It cleans up really well. And on the back of the unit right here, you can see we put in real locks. It's real wood, solid, real T-molding, real locks in this thing. You can have it in the house. You can put it in a real arcade. You can put it in a business. This thing's going to be solid as hell. And Michael B would know for sure. Has a dirty little box. And Mike, I put a lot of holes in it for you. Small ones, big ones, whatever you need. There you go. Now I'm the Italian guy. I need the bigger holes. So I'm not sure what Canadians, what they use up there. We might need a big hole. I don't know. But being Italian, I'm going to use the big holes. So anyway, you can see we got that in here. And you can see just like if you got anyone has the iArcade, we do the same thing. You can see these 4 here. If you wanted to take the machine off and put it on a bar top, it's huge. I mean, it's huge. I don't know why you would, but we're making it so you could put it on a table or take it with you. It's going to be heavy, probably 100 pounds, but I give options. That's my thing. I think as a gamer would think, I want to give you guys the most options out there. So you can see we have cable. We'll go through here. This is the back door if you wanted to put in like a full PC or more storage. There's more storage in there, but vent holes. And you can see down here at the bottom, these are the 2 wheel casters. So again, things will be heavy. You might want to move it, just tilt it, and you can push it along. So you'll have that ability. But this thing, again, if anyone's had the iArcade and felt the solid wood, we are that or better. So it's not like the arcade 1-up where it's flimsy. I'm still putting this up against Mrs. Kong's and Kong's to stand inside it and not break, unlike what happened to his Tron unit. This thing is built for the thing. And that's right, man. It's not only for gaming, it's always also for the glory holes of gaming. I think of it all, and I want you guys to have smiles on your faces. Sometimes, the wives or the girlfriends aren't around. Well, Glenn will take care. Well, it will. I'm not going to take care of you. I'm not going in the box taking care of you. That's not my thing. I don't know what you're talking about, Michael. I'm talking about equipment. What are you thinking about? Michael's always got his hand in the mind in the gutter. Okay, so this is what the back of the unit looks like. Again, it's dusty, a little clean up, but this literally was just built, assembled to make sure it's fit and finish. And let's go to the next picture over here. So you can see here it is. You can see a person standing in front of it, just to give you an idea of its size. And you can see he's tilting it, and we got the wheel casters right here. Now there's rubber feet, so when you do tilt it down, the casters come off the ground, and the rubber feet hold it in place. But we do want to make this semi-easy to transport for you guys. Let's go to the next picture. Take a look, see what else we got. I've been told that a lot. Italian. Okay. Let's let's take a look at the next picture here. And again, that thing is solid. You don't want to throw it on somebody because you will literally kill them. This is not a toy. This is not an arcade 1-up. This is not going to be what Basic Fun's releasing. Not anything wrong with Basic Fun. This is going to be arcade quality, arcade solid device. So here it is in the sun, put together, and you can see The marquee is now the proper size, and this has a lot of benefits. First of all, it looks better, right? So it just looks better aesthetically. But if you're standing here, you're not being blocked. Your field of vision, if you're a 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", you will now have a better field of view to look at the screen here, even with the Nintendo hood on there. The other one was just too low. Speakers are down here. Now this will be a standard LED light up marquee. It'll be the Build-A-Cade logo that we have, but I'll be showing you something in a second as well. And you can see this is the ultimate control panel. We have the keyboard drawer down here. Realty molding will be going all the way around the unit right here. We have another lock for the coin door on the front, and then the coin door has its own lock. So we put locks everywhere. And again, this thing is solid. Now, in talking to my team and the size of the control panels, it could be 3 control decks to fit inside, could be 4, could be 2. It just really depends on how you put the decks in there. The steering wheels, we're going to get to all those there. So there's also, remember, room on the back. So depending where you put your machine in, if you need more storage, there is more storage space in the back. But right now, I would say maybe 3 decks probably will fit in the front fine. Plus, you have 1 deck, obviously, on the machine already. Let's go to the next picture over here. So here it is on the side. Again, still in the warehouse, so it's dirty, just test fitting everything. Here's our base unit, and here's the top unit. You can see the cutout gives a lot better visibility, not only in front, but if you have people on the sides wanting to watch you play the game, that's a big deal right here for the standard Build-A-Cade. People can just get on the side and look right in. When you have the Nintendo hood like Donkey Kong, you can get around it, but you're not going to stand behind the person. Now you can have people on the sides over here. You can see the shape. It's just better aesthetically looking, I think. I think it looks really, really nice. We have the speakers down here, down blasting. Again, this thing's going to be about 200 pounds, give or take, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. But this machine is, like I said, it's an arcade. It is not a toy. If you're buying this for yourself, you want to have something that's going to last for years and maybe even generations. That's kind of my goal here. Here's a shot on the front with this is we call the Italian glory hole. If you're an Italian, right there, that's what that's going to fit. So this is obviously the 19-inch version of the FU. Now I'm going to make this so you could, in theory, it's not going to be super simple, but pull that out, put in the 26-inch, put that out, put in. So it's going to be pretty modular, okay? But we can only go so far with the modularity. It's going to take a little work with doing certain things, but I'm trying to make it as easy as possible and still make sure the thing is solid. You can see we have 2 USB ports right here, right here. Here is that keyboard drawer. Here is that real arcade quality metal dual coin slot. You can put in real coins, you put in tokens. We have another lock over here. We have one of the guy's hands, which picture and photo in there. You can see on the back, a lot of vent holes. Ventilation is key for these screens, the motors, the Viper PCs. You want to have really good ventilation in here. And you can see the ultimate control panel right here on the machine as well. And of course, there will be acrylic on here. And of course, if you get the Nintendo hood, there'll be acrylic there as well. I'll look back in the chat. If you have questions, we'll hit up the questions after the fact. I'm just trying to go through these pictures and show you guys some things and hopefully blowing you guys away a little bit. So here is that Nintendo hood right here. So this would be an option that you will literally just go to the front of the unit. If people have the 1/6 scale Build-A-Cade already know this. They have the Nintendo hood on that. Just kind of slides in, locks in place. But this one is going to take 2 screws on the side because this is obviously a lot heavier than a 3D printed part in a 1/6 scale. And obviously this will have an acrylic on here as well. And then of course, if you get a Donkey Kong or Popeye acrylic, overlay from Joe Sabos or someone, that would go on top. But again, this thing here would probably, honestly, one person probably could do it. I would recommend 2 people doing this to put it in place. This is not, again, toy stuff. This is real home, basically furniture. This is real good stuff here. And that's that. So here's what I want to show you guys. So I have a lot of partners on this project. It's not just me, not just T-Sticks, not just 99 Lives Arcade or Do-It-Yourself Retro Arcade, Joe Sabos. We have so many partners with Artwork, Arcade Graphics, Escape Pod. We have more partners outside of that, including Al Link. Now, Al Link makes these great Pixel-Cade displays, both LED and LCD. Now, this is obviously the LCD version. And we are making sure that we're trying to make a lot of things as plug and play as possible. and I want to partner with the best people out in the business. So again, there's more people I'm working with behind the scenes. Uh, More will be released as we do this, but this is not just a T-Sticks Glenn's Retro Show product. This is a community machine. This is a multicade designed for you and helped designed by other community members to make the best effing machine on the planet. And that's my goal here, but also to make sure that third parties can make things for it. I mean, think about back in the early days of video games. You had Atari, you had Intellivision. They only made the games. Now, obviously, maybe a bad example because a video game crash happened because a lot of people making stuff. But the point is, you need more than one person making something for your product. If it's really going to thrive, you need people to embrace it. You need people to enhance and make things for it. Not only just video games, not just gaming ports, peripherals, enhancements. I'm doing the best I can and I'm doing what I can, but I want other people to also take the mantle and go more with this. I want the community, and that's happening so far. The community's been very um, embracing of this, and I think once they see this machine in the wild, they're going to go nuts and start making even better and more things for the FU cabinet that I didn't even think about. And that's what I can't wait to see, what other people do for this unit and the community. So we see right here, we're doing a test fitting. Now there will be a piece obviously of acrylic, smoked acrylic covering this, but we designed this where the cables are going to be there. So if you buy the Allink LCD Pixelcade, basically you got to just connect it to our harnesses built in there, and Arcade, our operating system, is already set to work with it. Screen rotation, Arcade's already set to work with it. All my control decks, we're going to make sure all the control decks and peripherals are a plug and play. You plug in the Star Wars yoke, Arcade's going to know. You plug in Sinden Target Pros, Arcade's going to work with it. Other light kinds we support as well. It's all part of Arcade. But again, we're trying to make this arcade quality, but still moddable, but easy enough that people can do it. I know some people can say Glenn is too difficult. I'm trying to make it as easy as I can, but I can only go so far because I cannot risk making this thing cheap or flimsy. It's got to be solid and good. And there'll be a lot of people in the community to help. That's kind of my thing too. Now, this will be a community thing, other people in the community, and I think it's gonna look awesome with Link's LCD or LED. I have it on my At Games Legends Ultimate is LED Pixelcade. I think that looks great, but both will work here. But this is obviously the LED one, and I think it's gonna look really, really good if you get that on there. Now let's talk about some of the decks. So this right here is one of the decks. This is using my Tron, but it will be the discs of Tron flight stick with the action button on the plus the trigger. So two buttons on it. The pull, push, spinner, obviously volcano buttons. I know Michael B, the Game Genie, had brought up that they were a little bit small for the size of the deck, and I get that. But right now, these are still very arcade quality. In fact, arcade warm-ups break left and right. Even when they stole my design, they still couldn't do it right. And they replaced it with mine, and mine lasts. People are actually using my sticks and my spinner in actual arcade machines at this time right now. So to keep costs down, and that's my big thing right now, especially with the tariffs and everything going on right now, I have to keep the cost reasonable. So for right now, the controllers will all be controls I'm doing right now. Now, I'm going to talk about something a little bit later, so don't panic. But right now, the Tron stick is still one of the best sticks in the business. It's rock solid. It lights up, two buttons on it. My push-pull spinner is the best in the world, so I'm not worried about that. So that's the Tron board. Again, all you're going to have to do is pull up, remove it, pull out USB, put in USB, drop it in, push down, done. That's how easy it's going to be to swap the decks. Arcade will notice once we get the operating system finished. It will recognize, oh, you put in the Tron stick. It'll configure all the controls and buttons for that. Oh, you plugged in this. It'll configure it all for that. You can still configure it outside of that, but we are trying to make it when you put in these command, I'm going to call them command decks. When you put in these command decks, it's going to know in Arcade, and that's what we're trying to make this for everyone. We want this to make plug and play. Of course, no Build-A-Cade will be without having the Star Wars GRS flight yoke. Again, best in the business. Hall effect technology, metal, works in the original Atari arcade machine out of the box, works in the arcade 1-up out of the box, USB out of the box, joystick mode, mouse mode, additional buttons on the back for start and select, trigger buttons. And of course, on this deck, you can see right here, we have yellow volcano buttons back there. We're adding more buttons on here for Spy Hunter or other games. there's a lot of things we're doing on this. These are still prototypes, but we're adding additional things on there. So that's another deck. Again, plug it in. Arcade's going to say, oh, you plugged in a Star Wars yoke. So you have a spinner. You can use it as a steering wheel. You can use it as a flight yoke. All that'll be in Arcade already. Now, this is already our second revision of the trackball. And I had a couple of ideas in here for this one. So one was, I know Michael being a few people had said, the screws on top. That was just a prototype. So the screws will not be seen. So you will not see screws here on the deck. The deck will be nice and smooth with the trackball. And we did two sides on it. We have obviously the volcano buttons on here, but we're doing these buttons over here for golden tees, games like that. But I had to make sure we had three buttons here for missile command. But I threw an extra button down here, so you have three buttons plus an extra just in case. Again, remember, these are the decks that we are doing. You can still modify these, or there are third parties you can make custom decks. So if Glenn, I need this, I need this. I see those messages all the time. Glenn, I want this, I want this. You absolutely can do it. I will not be doing it, but there will be third parties you can talk to and make custom decks. Anything you guys want. 2 joysticks, 5 joysticks, 4 joysticks, 4-player, 2-player, steering wheel joysticks. All those will be things you'll be able to do through third parties. And that's why I made this where it was a drop-in, lock, and a USB. So it's easy for third parties to do it. I would add other ideas I was going to do it, but it wouldn't have been easy for third parties to make things for the FU. And that's one of the things that I wanted to make sure that the FU was easy to do. So again, this will be the 3-inch trackball, by the way, not my standard 2-inch trackball. This will be the full-size, golden tee size trackball, the same one we'll be using in the new Wave Toys machines and a couple other people who we've been selling out to. Of course, we'll be complete without having the Ikari Warriors Super Joystick deck. This is done as the Ikari Warriors layout, which is your grenades and fire for 1 or 2 players, your volcano buttons, 2 joysticks rotating. We'll include the 12-way, the 8-way, the 16-way, and the free spinner tops on there as well. And I would say send emails to SNK because I would love to do a special edition. If we had like a certain tier, a special edition SNK version of the FU, but we haven't been able to work out a deal with them yet because they want, and I don't blame them, they want the money up front. But it's a Kickstarter. I can't give them money up front. So right now, that's something I just can't do. But again, this is the world's only and the world's best and the world's most advanced rotating stick. And it's fully licensed and backed and approved by literally SNK, the people designed the damn thing to begin with. Now, this is our spinner that we're going to be doing, or I should say steering wheels. So again, I know Michael B said he wanted to do Daytona USA, and he wants one in the front. Maybe we'll still do one of that, but again, third parties will absolutely be making single steering wheels. We're doing a dual steering wheel here, 1 or 2 players. Right now, the gear shifting is done with these buttons. I'm seeing if we can do a stick for high and low. Again, I have to worry about costs, especially during the Kickstarter, okay? So again, things can change, but we will have a gas and brake pedal. So underneath the machine, it'll slide in so it doesn't move, and you plug in USB, and you'll have these 2 steering wheels, and you have 2 gas and brake pedals for this as well. And this is going to work really well because we've already used, the spinners already with driving games. And these will be free spinning for like super sprint type of games. They're a little spin and spin and spin. But what's good about our spinners, you can have them free spinning, means you could spin it and it'll spin for like a week. But we do include parts that adds resistance. So when you turn it, it won't spin. It'll just turn to where you leave it, turn to where you leave it. Which that's your personal preference. But again, I like to give those kind of options on there. I think that might have been that was the last one. So that takes care of all those options here on the Build-A-Cade FU. I can get this off the screen now if I can. Boop. There we go. But I'm not done. I got to show you guys one more thing. And I'll go into the chat and answer any questions you guys have. So let's go just show you, right? Let me get a drink. Take a drink here real quick. Okay, so one of the things I know people wanted to see was how the thing rotates, right? So again, this is our version 2, but early prototype. Literally just came off the assembly line, and the guys went in and wanted to test it out to make sure it was robust. So I'm going to show you the spinner for the screen, but it's our version 1 of the mechanism. We're already on version 3 of the mechanism. Okay, just so you know. So just want to show you guys, and what you see here, the speed is going to be the speed. So it's not going to be no snail. So let's pull this up over here. Boom. So that's pretty how fast the thing will rotate. This thing is not going to be a snail when it comes to rotating. Let me pull it back up right over here. Let's see if I can bring it up here again and do it as that. There we go. So that is pretty much when you pick a Pac-Man, zoop. When you pick Defender, zoop. It's not going to be. It's going to have some balls behind it when it turns. Okay. And once again, this will be controlled through the arcade operating system, and so it's automatic. But we will have a button in the keyboard tray if you did want to control it manually. Let's say you didn't want to use the Viper, use a full PC, right? And it may not be software. We'll try and make software drivers for PCs as well, but it may not be at launch. You'll have a button backup. You can always press a button. It'll rotate, and arcade will know that it rotated, and we'll change it. We'll try and again have drivers for a PC, so the PC can also do the same thing in like MAME and Batacera and turn them all. But that's the speed it would go when it's rotating. So I'm going to show you something just for fun, just because we were testing it, right? So when you test these things, you need to test it for hours and hours and hours and hours to make sure the motor's good, make sure the gears are good, make sure everything is good. So here is just another version. Just wanted to show you guys. It's not going to do this in reality because we're going to have stop points and micro switches, right? To let it know we're going to have. It's going to know by the motor. The motor is a smart motor, so the motor is going to tell it where it is. But in addition to that, we are putting sensors, right? It's like a backup. So it's like, space shuttle, right? You had 3 computers, 2 had to agree. We're putting robustness in there, and that's we're designing this thing again to be literally used in an arcade if you want to do that. So I'm just going to show you this one right here. So it's going to do the same thing with 2 rotations, but then we just let the thing just go, just to test it out and see how it's going to go. And there we go. So again, we're just testing the motor and just seeing at the speed that it can go. And I'm really excited for that 19-inch rotating screen. I can't wait. I'm gonna pull up one more time so you guys can see it. One more time. And restart it. There we go. Is it coming up? Why is it coming up? Because I turned it off. There we go. Got to get another drink anyway. So for me, and again, you're seeing the wood border, that white around it. That is not going to be there. It will be black. Again, this literally just came off the assembly line. We want to get in there and test it when we did. That will be black. You will not see that. You will just see basically the screen. Because again, there's going to be plexiglass covering it, and that wood will not be white. It will be black. Just want to put that stipulation in there real quick. So now that I showed you guys everything and it's kind of explained everything there, let me take this off the screen for a second. Bloop, bloop. There we go. And let me get this off the screen as well. There we go. Bloop. And we did, looks like we got a super chat here. Let me pull up that super chat real quick. It's from Torg, a $10 super chat. First of all, thank you very much. I feel like Cartman in Go God Go. Time to sleep until the FU is available. Oh, that was the Buck Rogers episode, wasn't it? When he slept for like 500 years. That was a great episode. And we're going to get into that. The Kickstarter. We're going to talk about the Kickstarter in a moment. But yeah, we are getting very close. And I apologize for like some of the delays. One of the big delays was when we got the first prototype. That with the shape was just wrong. I don't know why it came out that wrong, but we had to go back. And then there was a holiday. The Chinese team is off for the month of January. That killed that month. Then they had to catch up. But now we're up to speed and we're better where we're supposed to be. So if you have any questions, post them in the chat right now. Try and hit them right now. Glenn, it wasn't clear, but how much is the discount in your Ikari stick? It is 40% off. I believe it comes to like 43 or 46.99. I can't remember what it is, but around that point, it's 40% off. The code is Ikari40. At time of checkout, you'll get a 40% discount on the Ikari Warriors Super Joystick. Virtual Robots asks, is this still only $1,000 and comes with a monitor and a standard panel? So I will say the Kickstarter is launching soon. One of the other delays was, these tariffs, right? These tariffs are coming in. And I've been working behind the scenes really hard to make sure I didn't go back on my promise of having this under $1,000 for the 19-inch rotating screen, ultimate control panel, and all the basic things we talked about in there. The 26-inch will be more, obviously, but yes, it will be under $1,000 plus shipping, but it will be under $1,000, not $999. It's not going to be $999, but it'll be under $1,000. And I'm going to tell you right now, we are going to have some incredible. I mean, I think only one person seen the early bird specials. We have a lot of packages actually, but we have one package that's I think 100 units, one package that's 100 units, one package is 50. Those are like early and like super early bird. And the deals we put in there, if you guys have known me over the years and called me insane for what I'm selling stuff for, I'm gonna blow. No, not 998, Mitchell B, not 998. I'm gonna blow you away. Not only in the price of the machine, I hope at least with that, because it's under $1,000 with all you're getting. But if you go for one of these early bird specials, the deals are going to be phenomenal. I'm excited. I want to talk about it because I can't keep my mouth shut, but I got to keep my mouth shut. I'll be in real trouble if I announce any of these prices before the Kickstarter. But I will say we'll be posting the Kickstarter a few days before it goes live, so you guys can kind of see and decide if you want to get one of those early bird packages. I highly suggest you guys do because the deals are going to be insane. But if you don't, even the regular packages for a 26-inch or a 19-inch, or even a two-pack. Yes, we're going to do a two-pack. You want a 19-inch and a 26-inch? It'll be a two-pack. The prices will be. I'm telling you right now, there's nothing more I can do as far as the price because we're also absorbing like the tariff because we have to pay the tariff on these things in the price. So people say, Glenn, don't do that. We'll pay the tariff. I made a promise for the machine. Now shipping was outside my control. It will always be outside my control. But the machine, I want it to be in your guys' hands without that tariff if I can avoid it. Now, if they change it again, like if something happens and they start raising that more, I'm screwed. I can't do anything better. But I'm very happy with the price, especially with what's going on with these tariffs. And I'm really excited over all the different packages we're going to offer. Oh, I forgot to mention other things. So yeah, so control decks, I forgot to mention. So we will be doing other decks in the future. Other decks we have planned is a 720 deck, a Paperboy deck, and I like Battlezone. I like Battlezone. It may end up being just two Star Wars, that's two Star Wars, two Tron sticks on there, and you have your buttons on there. But I would like to do those type of decks for myself. And then outside of that, again, people can go and make their own type after that. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to this guy right here. Uh, I just think that's gonna be great when you're playing a game and the screen just changes automatically for the right aspect ratio for the game. Um, is it a gimmick? I don't know. I just think it's cool to have something like along the lines, especially when you have the Donkey Kong or sorry, the Glintendo hood on there. You can't get to the screen. Uh, I just think this is the way to go personally. But 26-inch, hell yeah, people want that. They'll have that as well. Thanks, James. Yes, it's 40% off. The code is Ikari40. Ikari40. Yes. Basically, the machine you're seeing without the DK, the Nintendo hood we see in all the pictures will be what you get for under $1,000 plus shipping. I had to put that shipping's out of my control. I did what I could for the tariffs. I'm pretty excited about it. I think I kept my promise. I think you guys will be more than happy. If you guys are interested at all, I think you guys are going to jump on this. You'd be silly not to. Dun, dun, dun. We may I think you got one. Didn't you get one on when I was at Too Many Games? You got it on sale at that time. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. Question: will the marquee be digital, or do we get it from Joe Sabo? So you will get a light up marquee. It will have the Build-A-Cade, like you see right in this picture right here, the Build-A-Cade marquee up there with the FU on it. It'll be illuminated, right? If you want to get something like a different one, sure, Joe Sabo and other people will definitely make one you can just slide right in. Just the top comes off. You have to take that's the best thing. You don't take the machine apart. Take one little piece off the top, just slide it in. That's it. No prying it apart. None of that crap you have to do with Arcade One Up. Slide it in. Or of course, if you get the Al Link bid pixel LCD. Just put it right in. Connect a couple cables. Tell Arcade OS it's in there. You're done, and it will work. I was worried. I mean, we've talked, Michael. We've talked a number of times, and I was definitely worried, especially with the tariffs, about it. But I'm not worried anymore. I think I pounded them. We've gone back and forth for literally weeks. Talked to suppliers that we had to get parts from, even my own team, ways that we can get the prices down and make sure the community gets what I promised. And I'm actually really happy about it. I don't know why I didn't sleep last night. I should have slept like a baby last night, but I didn't. And that's a thing too, Jason. First of all, thank you. And that's the big thing for me. This is all of your hard-earned money. I know when I go to work, I work my ass off for what I get paid. And you guys doing the same thing. And you have to pay for food, electricity, water, family, kids, wife, all those other things. So I know if you're going to spend something on one of my products, it has to be an amazing value. So if you're buying something for me, I need you to, when you get it, going, holy shit, how did Glenn do this? That's what I want. I don't want you guys to ever get something from me and go, I got ripped off. And that's never happened. And I will not do that. Again, it was said right here. Couldn't have been said better by anyone than David himself. Wishing you nothing but success in your venture into arcade machine world. You truly always had the community in mind, and I think that's the foundation for something great. And he put the words to what I've always lived by: is be honest, be more than fair, and don't take advantage of people. That's the big thing. I think I'm not saying other companies do, but there are people who do, but it's not how I operate. So we're just tidying up a few things. We're looking at, here's the other thing too. Um, I don't want to launch the Kickstarter if I can avoid it with the pinball one going on right now because people are spending money on that, and it's actually kind of bad timing, I think. Now these are two totally different products. A virtual pinball, Alice in Wonderland, that's doing phenomenal, and I take my hat off and I congratulate them up and down. This is a totally different product. You have pinball and you have an arcade machine, but still people may want both and may not have the funds. So I don't want to, if I can avoid overlap, theirs, just because I just think that's bad timing for something along those lines. Um, so it's coming very soon, very soon. I will say that. So keep your eye on the Facebook group, the GRS Build-A-Cade FU fan page. Keep an eye on my YouTube channel, and of course T-Sticks. So those are the three spots. And if you're on X, it'll be announced there as well. It'll definitely be announced in advance. You guys will have, if not a week, days notice of when it's going live, and you guys can look over everything there and determine what you guys want to basically get before you miss out on an early bird or super early bird special. But again, even if you miss out on those, the price of the standard units are phenomenal, and you wouldn't be disappointed if that's what you decided to go with. Because obviously the package deals will cost more than under $1,000, but they're still going to be, for what you're getting, unbelievable value. So as far as that goes, two things. One, that's why we're putting a manual button in there, so you can always hit it and have it rotate. But we're working with Arcade to put an option in there so you can go into the game and flag it as horizontal or vertical. So the answer is, it may not recognize a game that it doesn't know off the bat, but you'll be able to add it or just press a button manually to do that. What do we got over here? Yeah, it's a good word to. It's the other kind of fu, but yes, it's really unfortunate. But it is what it is. It's nothing. I have no control over the tariff. I have no control over shipping, but there was something I could do with one of them, which was the tariff. And um, I am making enough to go to Subway and buy, well, not even Subway anymore, Taco Bell, and get a nice McCrunch and a beverage. That's about what I'm making on this, but that's okay because I made a promise. I'm going to keep my promise, and hopefully, even after the Kickstarter, people realize how good this is. The word gets out there, and we sell more of them, and that would make me very happy because I know making other people happy. That is correct. A paperboy deck. So we've been working on that for a while. It's basically, if you ever look at the GRS Star Wars flight yoke or the yoke, it almost looks like certain kind of handlebars. So it's going to be based off of that, but it'll have the hand grips and all that stuff. But it will be a paperboy controller for paperboy. So yes. That's actually not true. It's not that they won't pay me. I won't take any money because I need to make sure you guys get this for what I promised. So just so you guys know, last year I made this much. I didn't make a penny, but I spent a few $100s helping people, shipping stuff out and stuff along those lines. So I lost money last year, but even the previous years, I don't make that much. You not a lot, trust me. But last year I made nothing, and this year I may make nothing, but that's okay. If you guys get a product that you're happy sharing with your family, friends, your kids, grandkids, that would make me very happy. A Glintendo deck, it's actually the Glintendo hood, which is the Nintendo style hood. We call it Glintendo, and I have to thank Console Kits for that one. He's the one who said it, and now I stole it. It's mine. Oh, we got a super chat. I'm sorry, I didn't see this. Prince Malcolm, a down 9 super chat. What type of audio are you working on or with? Hope not JPL. Honestly, it's very similar to what was in the second generation of the iArcade. So it's only 25 watts, 50 watts total, but it's very similar technology to that. It should sound very good, very loud and clear. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I don't think you can visit. What? I don't think you can visit guest buys. I don't know what that is on the FU. Gas buys? I don't know if that's a store. Maybe it's a Canadian thing. I don't know. What do we got here? Uh, yeah, I love Battlezone. I know some people mentioned about putting a periscope in front. Again, I would leave a periscope up to third parties to make something along those lines. And again, I'm not sure if we're going to have actual uh, the exact design, but 2 joysticks with the buttons to play Battlezone and locked in a 2-way mode. We're coming up with ideas. Again, I'm trying to make it inexpensive, but still doing it the right way. Again, we have third parties making things as well. I thought I saw. Oh, there was an. Oh, here it is. Kevin Clausen. I'm pumped, Glenn, for 2025. FU and FU2, my friend. Absolutely. And I really do appreciate it. I thought I saw. There it is. I want to make sure I get everyone's super chats before the show ends here. Molar Medic. That pinball Wonderland POS pin can't stand next to you. Yeah, well, it's not so much that. The machine is a toy. The Glenn FU is a true real machine. I'm not going to argue that point, but I will take my hat off. They did a very good job with their Kickstarter. They did a great job, and people spent money on it. And I hope that it is a good purchase for them. I mean, it looks cool. I'm not going to lie. It looks pretty neat. They're the same guys though behind Arcade 1-Up stuff, which again, they're looking at value. They're looking at a different angle than I am. They're looking at selling something and selling something at a profit and making money and building more and going into stores and so forth. I'm looking at it the other aspect. I want to get something that I can get into your guys' hands to play and have quality, but hopefully at some point it does take off and it makes it out there. I will put this FU arcade unit against anyone's in the world for the quality, the control deck, the features, and the price. And no one, I challenge someone to do it, and I do challenge them because you know what? Competition breeds better stuff. Just that simple. Twisted Gaming TV. Oh, I hope he had a great time at the Pinball Festival. He told me we were going out there. Hope you had a really good time. Twisted Gaming TV, everyone. Of course, if you're not subscribed to his channel, why not? He makes great stuff. He has beautiful women in his place too. So go check out Twisted Gaming TV. Thanks again, buddy, for the super chat. Cammy's here. Hey, Cammy. I think the Wonderland Pinball and the FU could live peacefully in the same. And I agree. I don't want to detract from it. I haven't seen it yet. It could turn out to be fantastic. I would have liked to have backed it, but I'm going to be honest. I have to start getting room out. You can see behind me here my workbench. I want to get kind of back to my roots. I want to still do these projects, but I want to get back to repairs. I want to get back to like fixing that. This one, fixing the Mac SE there. I have an Atari 800 over here. My really good friend is going to send me out a couple of things like a TRS-80 Model 1. I loved, never owned, but I love a TRS-80 Model 1. I want to start getting back to the old machines. And Cammy, first of all, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm getting off topic here. But I want to kind of get back. I have my workstation. I want to get back to doing videos where I was doing mods, putting Raspberry Pis and stuff in these new machines. So I do enjoy that. I think um, the community right now is matured to a point. We have new wave toys. You want 1/6 scale, you can go for that for arcade accuracy. If you want a multicade and 1/6 scale, you got the GRS Build-A-Cade. They can live peacefully together, and they do. Shiloh has been very supportive of me, and I am damn supportive of new wave toys. Then you can go a little bit bigger. You can go to Numbskull. They build beautiful machines as well. And then you go a little bit bigger. You have, Basic Fun coming in the mix. I can't say for sure. I can say I'm pretty confident from people who I know who have seen things that it's going to be pretty much arcade one-up quality. Okay, so we have arcade one-up. We'll have the Basic Fun, and we have obviously other machines coming out that are in that category of quality. I want to be above that. When I did this, when I started all these Facebook groups, when I started working with all these companies, all the old YouTubers know this. My goal was to work with the companies to just for free talk to them so just they build and listen to us to build a better machine. And other than New Wave Toys, American Gear Company, Numbskull, and that's really it. Those are the only ones who really were receptive and wanted to do the right thing for the community. Other companies, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying that their goal is different. Their goal is to make money. And Arcade One Up is proof of that. They stole from me. They stole from Atari. And I am not big enough to sue them, and they know it. But Atari is. So it just goes to show where people are at. And I am a community member. I am one of you, and I'm not going to rip off my friends. I'm not going to rip off my family, which I consider all you guys my friends, and I consider you guys my family. And I'm going to make sure I get to the best things out there that I can. Now, I am noticing we're at the 9 o'clock hour. I will be keeping you guys up to date. I'll be posting more stuff here on the FU as I get more tidbits. But I absolutely will let you guys know in advance when the FU is fully available in the Kickstarter, and you will have time to look at it. But I want to thank you all once again for joining me today. But remember, the FU, Build-A-Cade, New Wave Toys, Numbskull, all these machines are great, but they don't take precedence over family and friends. If they're true family and true friends, let them know that. But remember, there's also fake people out there that use you. Remember that too. Don't be used by people. Because there's definitely people out there that will use you or pretend to be close to you and they're not. But when someone shows you that they are, let them know that you love them. Because tomorrow's never promised. The rest of them, F you. But between those times, of course, game on, my friends.
On cartridges, hit reset. 8-bit dreams, can't lose that bet. Floppy disks and arcade lights. Pac-Man, Frogger, we're playing all night. Simpsons in the background, neon in the air. 80s vibes, man, we didn't care. VHS tapes, staying up too late. Saturday cartoons, can't wait to escape. Dial-ups humming, we're hacking the code. Back when everything was in upload mode. Atari, Commodore, pixels on screen. Living in the future was more than a dream. It's time to kick it old school. Turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool. We're taking it back, that's how we roll and roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades, TV shows that ruled. You know we're kicking it old school. MTV playing our favorite jams. Moonwalking with MJ, Neon Slam. Ghostbusters, here we're ready to go. Chasing slasher scenes, fears in tow. time to kick it old school. Turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we'll take it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school. Grab your joystick, the game's about to start. A high score world, now that's an art. We're cruising on hoverboards, living our dream. Old school forever, we're igniting the scene. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break